And showing the Vengeful Spirit, a big core like that, they assumed that they had forced the heroes back. But the truth was, with the BKB timing on Vengeful Spirit, you can play that kind of bait play. And it actually worked out perfectly. They killed the Lina, and they managed to get the Timber Saw after they scrambled. Secret panics, basically. Lina gets picked off. That Venge is alone. Go kill her, but it's too late. VP have already killed the Lina, and they're making rotations back. They managed to get 2 cores off of 1 play. That kind of shot calling is game-winning.
Yeah, these are the right bans by Secret. You're going to take away the Night Stalker. You're going to take away the Enchantress. I think that's absolutely the right answer here. Now, the question is, does Virtus.pro want to pick up that Nature's Prophet in the first phase? Do they want to go back to their Bane? Or the Ogre is still on the table?
Plenty of options.
Yeah, just to finish off a quick point about Virtus.pro. I think they've just looked like the most prepared team in this tournament. And when I'm talking about prepared, a lot of people think about drafting. Preparation in Dota is not just about drafting. It's about knowing how the other team is going to play, mapping out that other team's early rotations, knowing their ward spots. And VP, just to me, their preparation, not only in the draft, but in game, has looked a level above any other team in this tournament.
And so the Enchantress has now been elevated to a 1-2 ban, which leaves the Bane out there for Virtus.pro. We said in the beginning of this series that was going to be an important pickup for VP. So no real surprise there. Could be paired up with Amrana. That is the few core pickups that I would allow in the first 1-2 for VP. And Team Secret going to stick with their guns. If they can't have the Night Stalker, they're going to grab the Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, and they're going to go back to the Yapso or Rubik. 21 wins on that hero has Yapso in this patch. Second most winning player-hero combination behind only Kaka's Sand King with 23. I actually like the Spirit Breaker. I don't think that that's what lost them that last game, but I agree with Cap that they needed another source of initiation. When Secret looks good with the Spirit Breaker, it's when they're using that charge not only as a disable, but as a sort of secondary track to guarantee them vision over the opponent. I feel like they get a lot of value that the vision from charge creates over a potential gank target, but you just didn't see it there in game 1.
And it's interesting they actually banned the Veno with the change up of first pick and second pick here. Virtus.pro take that one out instead of the Monkey King. Well, that was part of the success. I think I remember they always had another initiator for Team Secret in Spirit Breaker before, and one of them was like Monkey King at least has a really long range disable. I remember they ran that at least once with the SB.
And you ban out our Enchantress. Hey, that's no problem. We'll take the Chen.
And because their first pick, they can go into this, they get the last pick in this first phase, which means they can go into the 3-4 and ban away the Chen counters, so they can probably take away the Doom if they're afraid that Fada is going to pick that one up. And I don't know if how much I would be afraid of an offlane Doom here. I guess with both supports on the board, it makes it less likely of a pickup, because I think it's better as a 4 position to counter Chen.
I'm mostly on board with that, although Liquid has run Mind Control on Doom a couple of games that I really liked, including against Secret at Star Ladder. I think the Doom is definitely a reasonable ban here, but I want him to take out the Ember. I think that's been Mid-One's best hero here in recent memory. And I just don't want to play against it. I like the Brewmaster ban by Secret. Pasha, when I'm going up against VP, they've already picked up their 2 supports, and Pasha is definitely the VP core that I think you focus on.
It's interesting neither one of these teams have prioritized the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah.
In their opener. It has been a pretty high value hero. Fada, I think, played Fine Nature's Prophet in one of the later games that they played NP.
Still fits for both teams too. I think that's a viable third pick for either squad.
VP could go with the trash strategy. Throw a lot of units on the board, running towers. Neither team has a whole lot of wave clear either.
Secret taking their time, thinking about this ban, eating into that reserve time here a little early in the draft.
This combination, right, that VP are running, the Bane plus Chen, it's really good support duo that is able to move around a lot and be able to set up kills. Nightmare into Chen creep put on top of a hero is a very deadly combination. You want to be able to have self-sufficient cores if you're VP, I believe.
Now, that's not the ban I expected coming out from Team Secret. Does that tell you anything about the set of heroes they're looking at second phase, Austin?
Not necessarily. I mean, it does raise like more priority into heroes like Sven and Monkey King. But I do think it's I think it fits the mold of a self-sufficient core for VP. And it's less threatened by Spirit Breaker than other cores, so that makes it even more self-sufficient, right? If the 4 position that's supposed to be roaming around from Team Secret can't really threaten you, then...
Okay, and there comes the Nature's Prophet off the board from Virtus Pro, so Ember's still available for Team Secret.
I think the pseudo-global strategy is too strong when you give both Spirit Breaker and Furion to one team. They amplify each other. Their ganking power is just so much stronger when they're on the same team.
Agreed. And that's a classic tactic from time immemorial in Dota. When you looking at a hero that you feel like the enemy has countered yours, you ban it out yourself. The Magnus pick, so we did see this first phase for Secret in the draft against Liquid. Of course, we saw the PA later on in that draft. You're looking at the 4th pick here for Secret, more than likely being one of the traditional melee cores for Ace that is amped up by the Magnus, those being the PA, the Juggernaut. VP, if things hold the form, take their... Really? You like the Death Prophet 4th?
For Virtus Pro,
for VP,
think, because the fact that they have Spirit Breaker, right? Just another hero that isn't threatened by that roamer.
Yeah, I agree. Also really even reinforces that pushing presence that's going to be offered by the Chen as well. Means that even with a support pickoff in that mid game, that they're going to be able to take towers.
And yeah, and you don't have like the traditional saving heroes, but you still got okay save between the Chen heal as well as the Nightmare save. That 1 second can be key.
Yep. And Secret not showing a huge amount of burst damage in their first 3, although the potential is certainly there still.
They probably don't pick it up now.
You know what?
You leave it for 4th or 5th.
The only thing that worries me... All right, I'm going to go back on that a little bit. The only thing that will worry me about a DP pick here is that there are a lot of heroes in that traditional set that are amped up by Magnus that offer burst physical damage, and that's something that DP really, really doesn't like.
Yeah.
How about a Jug?
Yeah, that's one of the 2 I mentioned, PA. Yeah. Sand King. This is not a hero that we've seen a lot of from VP. Looks like it's going to be their offlaner in this position.
Yeah, why Sand King over, say, Bat Rider?
I'm just trying to work that out.
Initiator. It offers you better team fight opportunity, just better damage, something that neither one of your supports does a whole lot of. So I think that covers that gap a little bit.
I just worry that with the nerf to low-level Caustic, that hero's laning potential is just so nerfed from before. And we are okay. So that's the other thing. Because I mentioned it earlier in the draft, I wasn't as focused on it after the Magnus pick. But Ember, of course, does benefit from that Empower, and that's just a mid-1 staple. 43, I believe 43 and 12 all-time, the most wins on that hero in Pro Dota 2 history.
Makes the DP stronger. If VP want to go that route.
Okay.
Makes a couple of melee options as well.
All right.
Viper, okay.
Yeah, that's going to be a no-1 Viper, and he is one of the scarier players on that hero in the world. Viper, ordinarily a hero you think about as just sort of 5-manning around, deathballing, pushing towers, but the way that no-1 plays it is very aggressive, and that hero turns into high kill potential in the hands of no-1.
Yeah, you're pretty much like guaranteed the Team Secret, because Ember Spirit isn't the Magnus combination that you really want, right? He's more magic focused. He's not going like Battle Fury physical damage build most of the time. So you're pretty much guaranteed that you're going to get another physical damage healer hero that's amplified by Magnus. That's going to be melee. So Viper is both the counter to Ember Spirit and that hidden pick.
Yeah, and in fact, when you think about it, with the Nether Toxin passive, Viper is a burst physical damage dealer in his own right against the Ember Spirit. I like these first 4 picks from BP. Secret pressure is on them to give a little protection for the Ember. I think you need to pick something relatively self-sufficient here for Ace. Looking at maybe a Timbersaw.
It's got to be I think you still have to go with a Magnus hero, right? The Empowered hero.
I don't know. I mean, are you counting on it? The question is, how much are you counting on the Empower for the Ember Spirit?
I mean, I think Magnus just looks like a bad core for you if you don't have that.
Yeah. All right, so we're back to PA and Jug 5th potentially for Secret.
Unless this is all misdirection for the surprise Meepo.
Oh God,
could be. Was the one I was going to bring up.
It's funny.
It makes a certain kind of sense. None of the classic Meepo counters fit very well as 5th for Virtus Pro.
Okay. They do have last pick, of course, as well. The worst possible place to put it. Right now, we're waiting for Virtus Pro's 5th, though.
How good is Lifestealer here?
Yeah, Lifestealer is the one I think about.
It's like Ember Spirit's still a problem, though. I'd rather have a hero that provides its own stable.
Sven?
Yeah, no. Maybe like a...
Yeah, I see a melee core here. VP could take the Jug. Okay, no. All right, this makes sense. They're going to go back to that Venge that worked so well for them in the last game. They're going to put a lot of pressure on the Ember Spirit to come online, and whatever hero is going to be enabled by the Magnus here. I like that pick. It wasn't what I expected. I think I think the Venge is a little bit less good here than it was in the last game.
5 seconds remaining.
You need a hero that comes online fast.
Yeah, they really
for
do.
Secret. A monkey or something.
Yeah, okay.
No, these heroes are going to look great against Viper.
Yeah, but the tempo concerns me. Exactly what you just said, Cap. PL, not a hero that wants to get 2 items and fight like the Vengeful Spirit. There's going to come a point in this game where Virtus Pro is going to be running at your towers at 15 minutes. And if you've not had a solid early game, you're just not going to be ready to fight as Secret.
VP don't have a whole lot of wave clear, though. I can see where this is coming from, right? They needed wave clear on Secret. They needed a hero that would be able to push out lanes.
All right, very quickly, in one word.
VP.
VP.
Okay. Our gents on the panel have decided that Virtus Pro are about to be crowned the champions of ESL 1 Hamburg and claim their first ever major, but that's not how it happens. They have to go out there and beat Team Secret. Who's up for it? The winner gets $500,000. There's also an MVP on the line as well. Let's sit to game number 2.
Game 2 of Virtus Pro versus Team Secret. We'll see if Virtus Pro can claim that title they've always wanted, and Team Secret have claimed once before. Sint, how do you feel it's going to go? The panel was very excited towards Virtus Pro after the draft. Are you with them? Are you saying this will be an early night for us?
I think it's a similar situation, not exactly the same as in the Liquid series against Secret where they were facing the Mag, or you look at them and you see this lineup that has a lot of potential to pressure early on, but then if they don't manage to do it, then there's 2 melee cores with Empower later that will farm and overtake them. I think it's similar. If Secret can stay alive long enough, this Phantom Lancer has like very limited counters in the game. It's a Sand King. Let's be real here. It's a Sand King he's facing. So great PL game, but they need to get there. And I think VP's aggression in game number 1 was just really well executed. I think they've been more polished in their early game than Team Liquid were, which is also why Liquid didn't manage to build a big advantage in that game. So,
but it also looks like that the Team Secret draft, which we've seen them previously, just being able to hold on, get to that late game, and then there is, as you said, like no answer to it. If VP have another one of those shrine fights, could we be going straight back down the same road?
That is very true. Looking at VP, they're going to have some good lane matchups, though, and that's always something we need to look out for. Viper beats any of Secret's cores in mid. They might choose in this game to just not put the Ember there because they feel like he's going to get shut down way too hard and that he is the key hero, so they put it in the safe lane instead. When they did that against Liquid with their Ember, it did not turn out very well. He got destroyed in the safe lane as well. And he's playing against a Chen and a Bane support. Like, these two heroes can just come to the safe lane and kill him there as well. It's not an easy game to be mid one in. Looks like he will be playing the mid lane this time around, though.
Yeah. He's a bit more standard. I think Team Secret are also going to be very happy, unless they change their mind for the next 35 seconds, to not check the Radiant Rune or aggressively invade the VP jungle, something which they were setting up to try and get a counter gank onto Secret for.
If you put me on the spot, I would pick VP to win this game because I think their lineup can play it fast enough if they execute it well. But at the same time, a couple of slip-ups and this game will be out of control. So we're expecting very high level of execution from them or this will not work. They've drafted themselves into this. They know what they're getting themselves into. So
Team Secret are going to come for that rune eventually. And underneath the Observer Ward, Virtus.pro understand they're not going to be able to contest for this. And SK, a Burrow Strike might help them at least get a... Okay, they will in fact get that. A 2-for-2 bounty rune trade-off. And mid one is headed
in the off lane.
Yeah, that's an Ember in the south.
Okay. So
and they're pushing the PL to the mid. It's not a PL versus Batrider. This time around, it's a PL versus a Viper.
So I like to say in this patch that compared to previous patches, it's a lot more about lane matchups than the lane itself for the most part. Like, there's more experience, there's more golden mid, which is really important for the heroes there, obviously. But if your matchup is unplayable, you're going to get more by playing this Ember in the off lane and helping him there. The thing is, I don't know if Ember is favored in any of the 3 lanes. VP are just going to run at him with this Bane, and he's going to struggle. They will have to help him with supports. And there's a Chen that can connect over as well at any given time. So, you know, we talked about safe lane Ember having weaknesses. In the off lane, it's even worse. If you can't even pull, then he's going to get very low levels, splitting it with these 2 supports of his.
Well, Puppey and Yapso are down there. It was the question mark, which was also flagged in game 1, which is just that presence that can come from the 2 supports of Team Secret. And moving underneath that Observer Wall that Virtus.pro planted very early on, it makes it too easy for Virtus.pro just to react. And you've got an army behind you. It's the Chen army this time around as opposed to the Enchantress army, making life very, very difficult. And I'm wondering just how much work Puppey and Yapso can do. It seems a little bit easier this time around because you do have that instant just disable that comes from things like telekinesis or the Fade bulk control as opposed to what Mirana was offering in the previous game. But it still seems like the same problem for Puppey.
I don't like this laning from Secret. I don't think they can stay like this. They are going to have to do something about it. Ember Spirit will get shut down way too hard. He's going to charge mid. There will be a Lance coming out from Ace here more than likely.
Oh, he's actually got Phantom Rush to close the distance.
Decent harass. I believe no one will be just fine, though. And this is the beginning of the rotation for Puppey. This is a connection move where he wants to get to top. He's Spirit Breaker. He can quickly get to the mid and then go from there, get a rune. He got a haste rune. This could spell trouble top. He doesn't have mana for charge. I can at least get the bounty rune. That's the minimum thing.
He can get both those bounty runes and then potentially charge.
Mid one is really good on this Ember, but he will be tested in this game. They're actually going to leave him solo in the off lane for now.
He's 2-0 on his CS. Come on, like
he's level 1.
And level 1. So being zoned out by solo, a player which, as the panel was saying, like really, you want to put him up as MVP, really been on the money as a support. And very rarely do you actually get a large portion of the community and the panel voting for that support player. But Puppey's still looking for the opening.
Like, he's leeching. He is flat out a position 3 Ember right now. And this, like I said,
they get the pull.
This can't stay. Like, this makes no sense for me. It's just not worth what they are getting. They're getting good farm mid on the PL, and the Magnus is having a good time as well. But I think Ember is the integral hero in their lineup in order to buy them enough time to sustain against this VP lineup.
Well, is it though? Like, you can think about Team Secret's way back into, way back into the game, the way where they control the game. Doesn't it come off the back of an escalated Magnus by having his arcanes as well as Blink Dagger up and running?
It's good,
so are you investing to get that first and then giving the space for Ember to play catch-up?
I mean, they might have to do it. If they feel like the Ember can't go to any other lane either. Like, the mid matchup is bad. The Sand King matchup is also not good, so he may just be forced to just have a bad lane. They could, if they wanted to, he would have a better lane. That's my point. Like, if they put him mid against Viper, he would have a better time than this. If they put him safe lane against the Sand King, he would also have had a better time than this. So it must be in Secret's game plan either to, like you said, prioritize the Magnus a bit more this game, or they just got tricked and VP put lanes that they didn't expect. And this is
but if that
definitely
happened,
hurting
then
them.
Team Secret still would have rotated their lanes. Like, you're not going to just sack your Ember saying, well, I guess this is just the card we dealt.
Yeah, I don't know. It's still puzzling to me. I think they could have helped him more by just moving him straight away and just being like, okay, we're gonna take that immediate lane loss of having to swap heroes around, and as a bare minimum, VP would have to run after them if they wanted to jump
This
down.
is a nice opportunity right now for Team Secret. The lands forward as Puppey charges in. YapzOr's got the pick up and throw back, trying to kill off no one with the Fade Bolt. Not a lot of damage. In fact, it's Ace who's copping a lot with Solo, who came in with the brains up. The Nightmare! They don't keep the damage going. Solo can just back up into the lineup of Team Secret, keeping that pressure. Thanks to the bonus armor, thanks to the control, no one survives. And Team Secret are denied that first blood.
Fairy Fire, Raindrop, and Nightmare. And all three things were necessary to keep him alive. That was the definition of clutch right there from Solo. Saw him TP in as late as possible. He was like, all right, I'm needed. I will move. This is important for Secret, though. It does free up their Ember a little bit. We're going to see it here. 40 HP, shot in the mid-air from Rubik, gets Nightmared off. And it's probably tempting there for Bane to let the Nightmare run and get the deny. But he was worried that they were going to get the kill, because it's a free trip to base for the Viper, so he could have just killed him off with the deny. And then he could have TP back to lane with full HP, but they didn't want to take the risk that Secret get the... So. But yeah, this helps Ember. They force the rotation mid from Bane. It gives a bit of space to mid one, so now he's up to 10 CS in that bot lane to the 33 Avenge. He gets some levels. Absolutely crucial that they secure it somehow. And it's a start. It is a start, but damn, our Virtus Pro core is looking good in this laning stage.
Yeah, they've got to be loving life. Fresh warning now coming out as we've hit that 6-minute mark. Puppey able to move through the Radiant jungle without being scouted. Gets his own observe ward just behind or to the side of that tier 1 tower in mid. So he knows when he can initiate onto no one.
He's a full level ahead with Viper.
Now,
actually more than a full level.
It's 24-8 to the 32 for 13 in favor of the Viper.
It's also that I think Puppey leached a bit of experience mid when he charged in, so this Viper has more or less got full.
They're going to go again. Mid one even rotates.
No one expects
He really is playing the 3 position. The Searing changes out. Flameguard still on cooldown. A quick Hadouken creep into the back lines. YapzOr's going to go down. Lil, well, he'll get a trade off. There's no one to claim the experience who is in range. But it's the mid from Virtus Pro that Team Secret needed to control. Puppey charging forward, Fada skewering him back. It's a nightmare for Bane as YapzOr picks him up, tosses him down. Puppey will find this kill, and they'll actually lose both heroes, Virtus Pro in the mid.
Nobody expects the 5-man rotation with level 4 Ember offlane ganking mid.
This is like the first 3 months of Korean Dota at the moment. 6 minutes in for everyone there in mid.
No one was not ready for that. I don't think it's fair to expect of him to see that gank coming. The thing is, it's not... Secret kind of need that stuff, but that was barely worth it. Like, that's the problem. They get 2 kills, it's great. One is a support, one is a big core, but it's 2 side lanes that are completely free farming for almost a minute and a half as Secret have to retreat to their shrine up, and now get back to their lane positions. All in all, that was such a minor gain for the efforts that they put in. And this is a Pasha Sand who's going to have like the fastest blink he's had in a long time because he's just having such a free time. He's gone for Tranquil, Soul Ring, Raindrop, and Wand, like the highest value small items this hero can buy in the game.
He has the top net worth as well as the top CS.
He
so
is
even,
super far.
Even looking around, he doesn't have a single killer assist to his name. He's still #1. Now he's going to try and change that one. They jump in the skewer from Fada, but he just dragged the epicenter with him. He almost burned the RP, but that is not something he wanted to expend at that point.
That was so good from Pasha. He realized he had enough time to cast Epicenter and just get into the skewer of Fata. If Fata skewers away, that's not a kill. But they timed it brilliantly with their rotation. And this should reward Virtus Pro with a tower top as well. Chen coming in with the army. Puppey is charging in, but he doesn't really have a play on the map right now with the Spirit Breaker.
You can see that reaction as well coming from Bane. Puppey could not. He just pulled out at the right time. But it's the Observer Ward that's on top of the shrine. These 4 wards from Virtus Pro. They see so much on the map. stretching all the way down from the southern part of the lane, all the way up to the north. And now they want to go on Fada. Start with the brain set, Pasha with a follow-up burrow. Poppy needs to create a little bit of space, but with the penitence, Fada, he gets the RP off. But really, what do you get from a Pasha? Just has to stand for a second going, hey guys, we did a good thing here. Now Burrow strikes himself away from Ace, who was doppelgangering in a couple of extra PLs, but not even using as a dispel, not even using to run away. It's Virtus Pro understanding that Team Secret came to defend a tower which cannot be defended.
Puppy TP'd out, they TP'd in the mag, so he shouldn't be able to connect again. Yapsor's doing a good job here pulling the wave. They're actually buying as much time as they can.
Yapsor's dead, I think. Burrow strike forward, Solo's going to close the distance, and...
No, he's actually fine, I think.
Oh, Pasha didn't try and body block. There was no mana for telekinesis grab, so Pasha could have held him there a little bit longer.
And would you look at that, mid one Ember. Highest net worth for Team Secret as an offlaner in this game. He got a lot of space now from their place. He's still low level, but he's reaching a point now when he's actually able to fight. He's level 7 at the very least, has his remnants available, has a Ring of Aquila on the way. No one's not going to let him sit here. Get out of my lane.
This does seem like the harder way to the end goal, right? You're getting your farm over on mid one, and now, like, Fada, he has level 6, but he doesn't have a lot else to speak for. Like, his net worth is down to 2.5k.
Yeah, the 2 deaths he just got were pretty costly. This bottom tower, Pasha's actually in position. I don't know if Secret are going to expect this. They know RP is on cooldown.
Pasha,
Ember in.
Jumps into the ultimate, and Ramses will keep him controlled with the stun. Mid one just trying to go for the blind hallelujah.
I think, so mid one just wanted to create some safety. He wanted to scout them out and see, okay, is anybody waiting for me behind the tower? So he jumped in, and that just completely overlapped with the channeling of Epicenter. Pasha was like, hell yeah, free kill, let's go. And they got the kill together with Ramses. That's a big kill.
Channel it and they will come. This field of Dota right now. Virtus Pro can keep the pressure up on bottom lane. In fact, they're going to smoke on Ramses and Solo, allowing for a wraparound. They have the aggressive Observer Ward, seeing Puppy and Fada moving over, and Puppy will be the primary target. Where's that stun? Magic Missile with all the negative armor. Puppy able to charge, creating space for mid one. Get the double searing chains. Ramses tries to swap a little bit further away. It will be in vain as no one under the shrine. They continue to fight. Pasha with a double burrow strike. It's buying more time for no one to inflict damage, but he's not bringing anyone near a critical level. Puppy already bailed out. Now they get that Fiend's Grip. It's over on the Expendable. It's over on Fada. And Team Secret will back up for the moment.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Clutch charge from Puppy. He was fortunate to get that out in time. Yep, so get Sandstorm. It's important when you play Sand King in this game that you try to remember to Sandstorm after every burrow strike. If you slip up just once or twice, Yapsor is perhaps the best player in the world at getting those spell steals off. Very quick on his fingers, and Burrow Strike, one of the best steals in the game for Rubik, so gotta be careful.
Micro Alpha Wolf, please. Yeah, so will Fade Bolt steal it? It's not like mid one needs money.
These levels look so good for me right now. The Viper of no one is once again being the centerpiece of their strategy. Last game it was the Sniper, this time's the Viper. With the auras, last time it was the Vengeful plus Bloodlust, this time it's Vengeful plus Chen's Creeps.
And with that health talent too, he's really difficult to kill.
Yeah, Viper's a difficult hero for the Dire lineup to deal with until PL is farmed. They just don't have single target damage.
Right, strike on the Puppy. He can see the creep wave up on top, which is exactly what he charges towards and then cancels.
Oh wait, he canceled it too early.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to come that close towards the Vengeful Spirit. Now mid one has to help out. Baristrai is going to be there. Spirit committal. Mid one goes in again. He'll get the double searing chains, but Ramses is right hot on the tail.
Only used one.
Another defensive Spirit out, and mid one will be okay.
Fata gets some space. He is really far away from Blink. If he buys Mana Boots now, this is going to be such a late Blink. I don't think he's going to do it, though.
I'll think again. He's coming to that side shop like he wants to.
Much good. It's pretty greedy for him in this position if he went Soul Ring into Mana Boots before Blink. His team cannot wait that long. They're gonna need an RP, like you said. They just don't have the best heroes to do it with, but it's gonna be necessary. Sure.
Bane's trying to close the distance right now. When he will do so,
That's
Feed there.
Kill.
Here comes the support. Puppy charging in. Yamsor's in the neighborhood, and he's looking for that quick grab. And they've got the hold. The stolen Fiend Script. This is one of the oldest counters in the game. The Rubik versus the Bane. Your Fiend Script is not like a Witch Doctor where you can toggle your heal. It's a very simple steal for Yapsor.
Yeah, easy steal.
But it's
VP are
still a bane for a PL.
Exactly. VP are going to feel happy about that. It's not just that one-for-one trade where they lose a support for PL. They got 2 TPs out, I think. At least, I believe the Magnus TP'd into mid in that instance. And it frees up the top lane for Chen to push out. But any hero gaining farm in this game is important. We've seen some Chens be like #1 net worth in games. And Lil is closing in on Midas. He will be scaling very well this game. Could be looking toward a timing push where they get something like Pipe Mech with that Midas, or he can be looking for the Aghanims for some good auras and the split push potential. It's annoying for Ember to deal with. Ember's generally one of those great split push heroes, you know, I always have to take care of my waves. Guess what one Black Dragon can do? Who would win?
Black
Ember
Dragon
Spirit
versus
or
Ember?
one Black Dragon neutral creep in split pushing?
I think my money's on the Black Dragon.
Black Dragon does pretty well, actually. It's not favored, but it does pretty well.
Keep bouncing it around properly. The Dragon's as only good as this rider, right?
Imagine if Chen could ride on him. Oh, sick. Oh, stun. That is a very dead puppy.
Yeah, maybe. Yamsel's coming over. No. It's a dead puppy.
This is the second Spirit Breaker game we've seen today where Spirit Breaker's just like super underleveled because he hasn't managed to find kills. Puppy is level 4. This is minute 15. This is even worse than the Kuroki game where he got level 6, minute 17. If Puppy doesn't find any space, he will be almost worthless. That is pretty dangerous. This cannot go on like this. They have to
There's the
include him
blink.
in the game.
15 minutes is how long it took them. And they were really trying to have this earlier. This is why they gave him the top lane.
Chen's going to take the siege creep. This tower's gone.
Yeah. Team Secret need to fight. Like, they actually have to be ready to fight. They're getting a little bit of a trade-off. Ember Spirit's currently pushing in the top lane. You'll have to jump back in a second, so...
They don't know about the blink, though. This can be a really big play for Secret.
It could be. Observer and Sentry is down. Puppy gonna do a quick D-ward. Fada waiting for the moment.
He can get both cores together here.
Puppy's so worried. Okay, he's just gonna get a brain sapped. Here comes the TPs in. Remember, they need to have those Empower buff-up heroes to pick up from Yapsaw. Oh no! He dragged him away, so Fada didn't actually get the skewer. And now the pickup. Sent home on no one. He will be taken out this fight. Where is that RP? Now that he is gone, they need that control. Ramsey's TP, the Searing Chains will end up cancelling it. So Ramsey's, as well as Pasha, will fall. They were trying to force the issue. And the issue is just one from Team Secret. A quick charge? Nope, that's going to be nowhere.
That was some crucial miscommunication. He got instantly sent back from Chen, and then Sand King blink stunned in. I think if they're on the same page there, either they just get out and lose nobody, or they take the fight with a great blink 2-man stun. Viper was fighting strong. He was ready to go. Rubik needed one more attack, and then Viper got TP'd away, and they kept Rubik alive. I like how VP are trying to force the issue because they feel like they're on a timer, but that was a bit too early in my opinion. Like, get the Roshan and then go again with Viper in the front lines, because if Secret have to spend the RP on just the Viper, they can probably dive the base and win the fight in there. And I don't see them killing him without like some fantastic blink skewer or RP play, and they even have swap to counteract it. So
you might also just put it down. Actually, no, the sendback was done before they saw the blink dagger. So like, you could have said it like, he's got blink, let's just bail out and regather our troops. But
like even more then, right? Like if they send him back before they see the mag blink, when you send your strongest hero back to base, you don't stay and fight.
Yeah, you don't.
That's just...
Mid one, a scouting Roshan. It's the second VP started doing it. Pasha, the charge is coming in. It was the Dire Sentry ward, which is down. So they know exactly where he is. But Poppy will not commit.
He got a 6 from that fight as well. This is really big for Secret. They got like 3k gold. They got the finally got the level 6 on Spirit Breaker. And now VP are like, all right, guys, that was too early. Let's do Roche.
Yep.
What if they have just done it in the opposite order? They're still getting it, though.
I'm sorry. Would you like a little bit more comfort, Mr. Cat, in hindsight in that armchair?
I just feel like, you know, a team like VP, they should know better. I think that was just too greedy.
Hey, at least it wasn't the Shrine fight again. So they hold their advantage of 3k-ish. They do have the Aegis Immortal now. The downside for VP is Team Secret are starting to reach that point where the PL is going to get out of control. The Empower buff up is now #1 on the net worth at 7.5k. Diffusal Blade is your primary thing you want to see out from him, and it just got completed. But it's the other thing which we were looking for from our earlier PL today. It's the life, it's the sustain, and Manta Style will help him have that. It's going to make it difficult for Ramses to control. And it's going to make it very fun for Nightmare to actually be a factor in the engagements too.
He just wants to make as many illusions as possible, as fast as possible, because he's playing against a lineup that can't kill them anyway. They don't even need to be that tanky. Just a Diffusal Manta destroys Viper. He has like no play against it. Sand King Epicenter will more or less be required.
Charges coming from Poppy. There's no one near Ramses. They can TP over. Poppy going to pull out of it. Really uncertain because they have no vision of the shrine area.
And VP, I don't know. I'm trying to think about what the timing is now. Because they failed that push, they really lost a big timing where they could have taken Roche mid-tier 1 and 2 and then gone from there with almost a 10k lead. Now it's down to 2k. Items are coming out from Secret. Sure, you got an Aegis now, but if you don't make plays in the next 10 minutes, I think they're going to lose the game. So
this will help.
They're under the clock. They got to go.
Team Secret just smoked on top of that Radiant Observer ward, so Ace looking to come forward. They charge down from Poppy, going in towards Pasha. A pick up, an instant throw down because he gets bashed for the Nightmare from Solo. It changes off the target, and you can Burrow Strike away with Pasha, leaving Ace all stranded. He wasn't ready to move out, but Lil's control was just too good. The Mud Golem was in the right spot. The Troll was right behind him. And now PL is down. Diffusal Blade will not be part of this fight because PL's dead. The hard truth.
Ace was so far away from his team on that play, and I think he just got caught by Venge Stun and Swap and just got blown up. We didn't get to see it on camera there, but he died so fast.
Ramses is in the rear.
Good sentry.
Yep, they see him. And Solo's just like, I know everything. Give me that Mercedes.
So now VP will get the 5k lead back that they just lost. And Fata doing the right thing here, probably just staying the hell away from mid. Getting the push out in bottom, forcing VP back, so... How much damage did they do to that bottom tier 3 in their first attempt? They got it down to 2/3 roughly, and Viper can start sieging it from a distance. The play that Secret will try to go for will definitely be Blink Skewer into the base. They don't want to Blink RP his first life, because then I think they're going to lose the following fight. So they got to get the Blink Skewer, and they got to counterplay the Venge Swap. And if they get an extended fight where PL gets to make multiple illusions, it's starting to look really promising for them in the base. BP will be systematic though. They will get the last tier 2 top, it looks like.
Yep.
And Fata, they know he TP'd up here because he was bottom before. He has no way out of this.
Yeah, it's on cooldown for the moment.
He's got to blink or stay in here for 40 full seconds. That's a long time to wait.
Either that or he just tries to creep skip it down and like
no one just
blinks
drew.
behind.
No one just drew a circle. He's like, Mag has to be out here. Fata's gonna go daring to push the wave.
Bane, Solo, in pretty deep. Gonna go for the Fiend's Grip, and Yapsol's gonna steal it. He doesn't want to use it, however. Wait for a real hero. You are gonna have Poppy picked off in the mid lane. So a 1-for-1 trade-off. Fata looking towards Lil, or Lil looking towards Fata, however you want to think about it. He's still got 6 seconds left on that TP. And now the Chance Creep's coming over as well. Wants to try and creep skip this out, Lil. Can he get the Solo?
Close.
No. Straight blink into the trees, and that Centaur won't reach him.
That was close. If he didn't get that blink off, that could have got scary. With any TP support and the Centaur following after him to prevent him from TPing out, could have died there. But got away with it. Now, Lil is 800 gold away from Ags, by the way. Just want to point that out. This Chen is getting very farmed.
Casual,
statistically farmed.
Only 1,000 gold behind an Empower buffed up Ember Spirit. Sure, okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah, a decent day at the office.
The challenge for VP will still be to end the game, and Secret will just keep trying to look to split waves and get whatever farm they can. This is where Solo can play a key role, because if he predicts the movement of the Ember Spirit when he's split pushing and gets a good Fiend Script with any TP, they could get a kill. Or, alternatively, Ramses forces him away.
Defensive Spirit's available.
That's still good enough. That's actually a free tower.
Then again, are all of the outer towers really free towers? Team Secret don't seem to be interested at defending any of them. It's all about the split push. The tier 2 tower in bottom lane is taking a lot of damage. Poppy is in a position where he can charge through the rear. And Yapsol with that blink grip, Poppy's going to chain in. You've got a lot of support coming in from Virtus Pro, but the RP's also available. They need that cleave. Fata skewering away no one. So they do get a 1-for-1. Actually, it's a 1-for-2 trade-off. Magnus and SB go down for the kill onto Pasha.
What does that Sand King have? He was so tanky. He has nothing. What? Yo, what happened? He was like Fiend Script for 5 seconds. The Mag jumped in on him. He used RP. They used all of their stuff, and he still almost survived that. Put a 10% magic resistance talent. Okay, it's got to be it.
He didn't even use one charges.
I'm just... Yeah,
Solo,
I know he's high level.
They found Yapsol. They're going to try and take what was stolen back. So good play Fiend Script. Yapsol is down.
I think he had Viper Strike, actually. He stole that in the middle of the fight as well. I believe that might have been what killed off the Sand King on the final blow, was the stolen Viper Strike. Good D-ward from Puppey. And, well, Secret, they managed to actually defend their top tier 2 by making that aggressive play bottom, so not all too bad. 2-for-1 trade, they got a core and held their tower. And they got their tower themselves and got aggressive wards out. That was actually super nice from them, accomplishing this in one move. It's not easy to do when you're this pressured in the game and behind.
But now they have to wait. Now they have to wait until they can actually have that RP back off cooldown. Because that's the intimidation going high ground. We have the Agnes fully done over on the Chen, but we've got a 37-second window where VP shouldn't be fearing the damage, like the initiation from Team Secret, so they go for the fight.
Oh, just have a Remnant out, really?
There goes your first little attack, a quick skewer back, and mid one. Well, he did have one a long way away, but it still doesn't stop Pasha from having that last tick of damage. And the support that came in is lost. Puppey is gone. Fada's trying to run out of here. Nightmare from Yapsaw, making this a little bit more difficult. Fada trying to get back up that hill. Doesn't have skewer. Blink in 2, 1. No, Ramsey gets the attack in. One extra one from him will do the job. And Team Secret in trouble with 3 heroes down.
That is such an uncharacteristic play for no one to be that far out without a defensive Remnant and in such a position. He had time to react there, but didn't have a Remnant available to jump to. At least I believe so. It didn't seem like he had one. And then he got gripped and got finished off, and no one has...
He had one, he just didn't react to it because he ended up jumping out to it after the fight.
Carry Chen with Medallion, killing him off with right clicks. This is starting to fall apart a bit for Secret now. But, yeah. That Ember kill was snowballed all of it. Well. It's just, the reason it's a bit shocking to me is that I know this is a mistake plenty of Ember players make. Also, some of the best Ember players, but it's just very rarely that I see mid one. He seems to be so good at always having that defensive play out when he's taking a risk. But this one-time VP catch him off guard, and they get massive value from that kill. That was a kill, into another kill, and a tier 2. So that was like a 4K swing, just that one Ember kill ended up resulting in. And that's bad news for them. As now the waves are going to be pressured really hard with the Chen Aghanims. I still think he has his dragon, unless it got killed off. He's going to start just using that to push one wave at a time. A bit hard to see it on the map. He has one moving toward him in mid. Is that a dragon? Okay, he's got an Ancient Granite Golem, so it looks like they're planning to push. They're going to get the... Lizard. Yep. So this Thunder Lizard is a really strong creep, in case you didn't know. It has some pretty cool abilities. If you want to have a look at that.
Pasha. They're coming in around the back. Ramsey sees so much, so Pasha, he's being initiated on at the moment, but the rest of Virtus Pro are coming in. They need to kill Pasha up right now. Able to do so. Fada, he's waiting with a Shadow Amulet. Ramsey's walked over the top of him. He'll now go into the middle of the fight with the BKB triggered. Secret, they just want to kite for the moment, but they still want this fight. They do not want to back up from it mid one. He's waiting for the right time. Ramsey's, the BKB is gone. Sentry Water's down, and now's your time, but no, the lightning, it bounced through. Fada still not ready to actually blink in for that RP. Now he comes in. The RP will catch 2. The cleave damage is high from Team Secret. Fada will fall, but no one. He's bone dry of mana. They're waiting to bring him down. The Chen group is trying to help out Puppey, creating space with a charge through, and it's no one on a triple kill, but Lil, the final man left, will be brought down, and Team Secret, patience is a virtue that will help them win this fight. Ace and Yapsaw, the last men standing for Team Secret to be the victors of it.
And this is the exact sequence of events that they're going to need. They got a kill before the fight started on the Sand King, who is the big controller for Team VP. So it's a 5-on-4 already, and they get a 2-hero RP, and they have the Empowers running. And this was VP's choice to turn on the Ember, and they did get him here, but now they're starting to group up. They come in to contest Puppey, RP coming out on the 2 heroes, and Ace is just dealing the damage in this fight, running in.
Negative armor from Yapsaw. I thought for a moment
I thought he was getting
VP
sent home. Oh, he got purged. They purged it with Diffusal. They must have.
I thought for a moment that it was actually going to be VP's fight, because that lightning, it was the Mjolnir proc bounce from the Viper that cancelled the initial jump in from Fada.
Yeah, he got a great chain lightning, but it
was still enough. VP hung around.
If Sand King is alive there, they team wipe them. That's almost a disaster for Secret, but they obviously go in knowing that there's no Sand King. If Sand King had buyback and had something to TP on, it could have also been scary, but they took a risk and it paid off big time for them. Now PL is back on top of the gold chart once again. Ember did have to pay his life, but the key hero of the game now is the Phantom Lancer. If he stays alive and gets kills, his next key item is...
His heart?
Is not that far away.
We talked about survivability, but this is after he has his Manta Cell, so you're already creating illusions. You've got your 7 diffusal charges available. Poppy being stalked.
This could be a fight for
Fada,
VP.
okay.
Dust.
Smoke broke, Yapzor jumps in, triggers off the dust, but doesn't find the target he's looking for. They sentry instead. Paranoia reigns supreme for Team Secret.
I think one of their smokes broke, so Yap tried to find them. Oh, this is a good aggressive ward that Secret got down mid, though. They see this movement from VP.
Yeah, but VP's got their own aggressive ward on the other side of the river.
They only find the sentry with their own sentry. This ward is so good for Secret right now. They know where all the heroes are.
Ace is bait. Ace is so bait, but then again, where's that follow-up? Butter runs in. It's got RP catching out too with the Fate Bolt reduced damage. Do they actually have enough to go to work? No one. Now he burns the BKB up. Ace has to get the hell out of here. Mid one will arrive, but the fight's already over. The Nightmare from Solo. Mid one wanted out. Pasha's playing on the back lines, but mid one's the critical kill that no one's able to claim. And Fada, that control, the 2-man RP was nice, but the damage just wasn't there from Secret. And now there's no PL for 55 seconds, no buyback available. Only the Ember has his, and he doesn't want to spend the money.
Poppy's dead as well. He got sinking stunned.
It feels like they're just trying to create some space here. Fada, okay, well that's too fast for you.
They need Remnant Burst, or they need PL to be stronger when they get the RP off. I think PL didn't have his illusions yet, and he was stunned by the Sand King in that fight.
That's all. Wave of Terror to give vision.
That's something.
Now, there's observers and sentries that will give that high ground vision for them. Buyback does come from the Ember. The tier 3 tower cannot go down. If that tier 3 tower falls, it'll open up the shrines and Team Secret lose more control of their map. The Blink Skewer off the back of the telekinesis. No one's in so deep, but Pasha! Epicenter is right on the money! Yapzor will die at the Sandstorm. He wasn't quick enough to save his Viper. The tower's still going down. The Chen Creeps are doing that work, but Solo and Pasha, they will fall as well. The Chen Creeps are retreating along with Lil. And now maybe with the Searing Chains, it's going to be 4 heroes from Virtus Pro punished, going for these kills. Ace once more. He'll dust up. He actually triggered onto Ramses. He'll close the distance. Maybe he won't. The BKB's there from Ramses. Diffusal play is what was helping out with that one. Ramses, a quick stop and the doppelganger dodge. Wonderful play from Ace. He'll keep the charge going with Puppy underneath the shrine. Don't give 2 hoots. Bring down the VS. All 5 from Virtus Pro fall. Team Secret not only hold their tier 3 tower, take the fight, but now they can move into the pit.
That skewer. That's the exact thing that Secret need in their base. They had to blow the buyback of Ember, but the value of that was way, way, way too high. They got so many exit kills from their ability to just chase through. And VP, again, VP chose that fight. They could have sacrificed their Viper and got out, but they tried for the epicenter play and getting in deep into the fight.
This is taking a while.
It really is. Oh, this
the buyback's coming from the VS. All 5 players up from VP. Roshan at 50%. Ace getting bashed, but Roshan doesn't help, but they find a target. It's Solo. They commit the Nightmare. He dodges the Spirit attack. Now Solo on the run. The charge is holding him in position. And Team Secret, man, they hate that guy.
45 seconds on his respawn could give
they get another one?
If they get a secondary, he just got out of vision for the charge. Puppy can't see him now.
As the observe ward that's on the hillside from Team Secret, just next to the shrine. That's what's giving him this extra information. Now Virtus Pro, they're still playing out underneath it. Ace moves forward. Remember, he's got that diffuser blade, so he's looking to burn off the mana. Yapzor with the pickup as she steals Viper Strike. No one. He gets the BKB up, Epicenter, and the double Burrow Strike. Perfect hit. Mid one and Poppy just evaporating sand. Yapzor needs to help out more. Fighter gets the RP up at Ace. It's really all up to him. There's not a lot of mana to work with, but he needs that life. No one swapped up, just try and create space as Chen sends him back. And Pasha will finally put the last nail in Ace's coffin. Fada, he's buying back. They do not want to let Roshan be taken. Then again, they're also going to get their lanes back in control.
Buyback for what? He has nobody to empower. There's nothing. I guess he feels like he has to start pushing out waves because nobody else can do it. VP will immediately be pushing down mid to try to get racks, but
with Shockwave and Fadebolt, they can at least kill the creep wave.
They can try to kill the creeps, but there's no way they kill the heroes here.
It's going to reach the tower anyway. So even if you do kill off the creep wave, the tower is toast. And yeah, I think the call came out from the rest of Secret, or at least from Puppy. Let the mid racks fall.
VP aren't going to settle for this, though. They want to get a secondary lane or Roche. They will get 2 objectives here of their choice. It can be a tier 3, or it can be retreating and taking off the Shrine and then focusing on the Roshan.
Charges coming in. That Shrine's still available at the moment. VP, they'll try and get rid of it. That charge very quickly cancelled by Puppey.
He had to. He can't charge so early before his heroes respawn, and they will take down the Shrine before Ace can TP on with PL. So now PL has no way of getting into this fight. He has nothing to TP on. I believe he doesn't have Boots of Travel in his build. He does not. So VP will claim the Aegis and a full lane of Rax. If Secret get in too late for this and try to take the fight, they could flat out just lose the game right now. They're not going to be in time. There's no way.
Oh, they shockwave. It's already too late. They don't even get past where the tier 2 tower used to be. They come underneath the Observer and Sentry. Yapsaw a quick blink away. The PL illusions will also time out. Oh, he's in the front lines. What is the Ember doing there? The Fiend's Grip control. Puppey charges forward, but he doesn't control Solo, and he was the main man holding down the core. No Ember for 70 seconds. Puppey will join him in the afterlife. 50 seconds on his clock, and now they can just go mid. Bottom lane's pushing in nicely, but hey, Black Dragon wins. So into the mid we can go with the rest of Virtus Pro, and they will rotate towards the top. They're looking for that second lane of Rax.
If only Secret had one more hero alive than these 3, I think they would have somewhat of a chance at least here with Empower and a good RP, but there is no way they defend this lane of Barracks, and VP will go for the Juggler. They will go for the the third lane of Barracks here. Oh, they do get one hero caught off here. That's a start for Secret.
Viper Strike will make it difficult for Pasha to survive. Burrow strikes up. They force staff him in. Really, Pasha and the Hand of God. They can't even get him. Fada, he's killing couriers in the back lines, but only at the Observer Wards. RP is available, but Solo and Ramses are very nicely split. In fact, Fada missed him by that much.
That could be anything from that much to that much when you say it like that. It could have been a lot, but it was very little.
Are we doing physical hand gestures now for the crowd?
Yep.
For a verbal thing?
They actually, okay, so Pasha being caught there in mid actually stopped their push. They had to...
That much?
That much.
That much.
So, yeah, so Pasha getting caught in that mid lane basically slowed down their push so much because they had to run in and help him that they didn't manage to make the rotation to bottom. And this is a bit of hope for Secret. That tier 3 would more than likely have fallen if he just stayed out of harm's way. But Secret played on whatever was presented to them at that moment. And now...
Team Secret need a miracle, but they have RP with a lot of cleave damage, so miracles are available.
And this is the point when usually this PL will just be out of control. He has what he needs, but his team is so far behind all of them that, you know, even a super fat PL will struggle to win this game. If his teammates were just on par, this would be Secret's game by now. But they've been shut down so hard in the game that Ace will not be able to do it alone. They need a good RP, and they need damage to come out from Ember. Ember can't die first again now.
VP's coming in. Team Seeker smoked up. Need to dust quickly. Ramses stunning over on Puppey, so he'll be out this fight. The RP from Fada. It's nice on 3. Fiend Script stolen by Yapsaw. Here comes your Burrow from Pasha. Try to create more space. They're able to do so. Team Secret losing too many too quickly until Ace starts to create more of himself. If his team is dead, make a battle of the Clone Wars, but they'll be cleaned up. Epicenter does a great job at that. Team Secret 4 down again, and this may be it. When your 2 lanes of Rax down, the BT aggressive push comes in straight down the mid.
The classic, we just killed them, split up and farm. This is all of your pub games in a nutshell right there. Oh, we just killed their team. Let's totally not take objectives and go kill creeps.
It's the Artosis thing. When you're ahead, get further ahead. StarCraft 2 like farming style. But Virtus Pro, they know getting further ahead happens with Megas. So they're attacking into the tier 3 tower on bottom. SP's back up again, but with no Magnus, with no Ember. Team Secret, all they can do is just spam some illusions forward. Puppey and Yapsaw trying to play this front line, and maybe with a Burrow Strike, they can do it. Solo is low. The illusions from Ace doing a lot of work. Megas are still up from Virtus Pro. Ramses, not a healthy man, but Ace can't really chase it. Pasha being forced after round. Now the charge from Puppey comes in. Lil is sending him back, so they switch targets. They go towards the Chen. He will be the sacrificial mount, and Team Secret, they get something for it, but they've lost everything.
Ramses, get out of there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he is.
Started hitting the Shrine. He could get dusted or sentried out,
They don't know. They don't know.
Oh, the sentry's there.
Ramses can TP, but they know nothing.
And he's out. Megas 38 minutes in. You gotta say, if there's one,
I've seen worse.
If there's one word to just describe Virtus Pro in this tournament, it's aggression. They've played so aggressive. In this game, it was almost too much at one point. The first push bottom was really, really early and did drop a little bit around the 20-minute mark, but they recovered nicely, and they just don't give Secret room to breathe. They're playing so quick and making all these aggressive moves work. That's why Carry Venge is like the perfect pick for this kind of team. Like if you play like this, that is when the hero is the most effective. We're going to see the breakdown here. The Phantom Lance are having farmed so many neutrals, but Venge is getting so much gold from mainly the buildings. Look at that gold difference. Secret haven't managed to take very much, whereas VP have taken shrines, 3 lanes of racks.
Yeah, they've basically taken everything Secret own.
They don't own it anymore.
That's eviction notice. The problem is Team Secret are still squatting on what is Virtus.pro's property. Team Secret, they're looking to come out. They need some kind of quick pick. They need something that gives them some breathing room. Looks like that's what Ace is hoping for. He's got the heart. He's got the life. He just...
blinked in to get the last hit on the ward, and then he hit it. Didn't have enough damage, and the melee creep took it. Whoops.
Money lost.
I think VP are having a great time right now.
That's a nice observer. What?
Oh, well, there you go.
No.
So Secret need a Hail Mary right now. Like, they got to push out top, try for a smoke or any aggressive play and just get in there.
Maybe it's just bottom. Like, it's the only exposed lane of racks.
They will not get down there. They have to kill VP's heroes first. If they start pushing bottom, VP will just go for the throne. It's not a possibility.
That's what mid one's attempting to do, at least with his push. But there's too many heroes missing on the map.
And when you have Megas, this is why Megas are so dangerous. You know, this type
charge.
of play... Okay.
RB gonna go after Solo. No, he's not. No, he's not. Decisions poorly made.
Oh, it's only pretending. Just a prank. So, when you have Megas, even if the Ember Spirit pushes in this wave bottom all the way to the Radiant base, the next creep wave will push it all the way back by itself. You saw that. Mid one worked so hard to get it down there, and his rewards are almost nothing. He gets very limited gold, puts no pressure on the map because VP are just going to wait here until their Megas come back up, and then they're going to have full control over the map once again.
And that wave clear is so piss poor from Team Secret. Like, you Fade Bolt, you Shockwave, that doesn't do enough. Right now, you need to have 50 aces in order to control the VP push just from the Megas. When we get stolen, well, again, easiest thing to actually steal is Yapsor with the Viper Strike being initiated on defensive heal scepter up and towards the end. Needs to actually get himself out of this one, but Yapsor, the damage is so high. The arming is in, the upping is beautiful, but the epicenter, Pasha with the stun in the back lines again. Ace is perfectly controlled. Team Secret have lost everything, including the game, the whole tournament. Virtus.pro are your champions of ESL 1 Hamburg. Finally, that title of major champions, they have claimed it.
This team was just fully deserving of this. I think they were the best team this tournament.
I don't think anyone would debate you on that. Such terrific play.
They won the finals 2-0. They beat Liquid 2-1. They looked very convincing in their wins in that series. And in this series, they just looked unstoppable. Secret had a couple of good moments, but it just wasn't enough. And Virtus.pro, like you said, finally a big